Well, London is a city that has benefited hugely from immigration, particularly over the last 20 or 30 years. It's been one of the big drivers behind London's growth. So keeping that going is is going to be a real challenge post Brexit. Now, so far, we really have very little idea of what immigration policy after Brexit will look like. So London's first priority is making sure that those European citizens, and indeed citizens from elsewhere in the world, who are already here, feel welcome here, feel that just because of Brexit, London isn't going to turn its back either on Europe or the world. So there's an important communication job, both for the mayor and the GLA, but also for businesses, for services and so on, and saying to London citizens, London is still a global city, it's still going to be a global city. We want people from elsewhere. We depend on people from elsewhere. So there's that. The second point will then be to try and shape our future policy towards immigration, both from Europe and the rest of the world, in a positive direction. That means lobbying central government and building up the political pressure to pressure central government into having a relatively liberal regime. And that's liberal both in policy terms, in terms of saying who can come here, both from Europe and elsewhere, and who can't, but also in administrative terms. So we've seen in the last few weeks, and the discussion after the Windrush affair about the hostile environment, London cannot be open at the same time as central government is pursuing a set of policies designed deliberately to make life as unpleasant as possible for people who happen to be from elsewhere or happen not to have precisely the right papers at the right time. So there's a set of challenges there around policy. And thirdly, I think we have to remember that an immigration policy that works for London and indeed the country as a whole isn't one that just focuses on very highly skilled or highly paid immigrants. London depends on migration at all levels, all salary levels, all skill levels, and we need to have a policy that recognises that and is as fluid and flexible as possible.